Hello everybody and welcome back to your favorite online motoring talk show, Talk the Talk. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode. I trust that you'll find this interview encouraging, uplifting and inspiring. I'm your host. My name is 𝐤𝐥𝐸𝐬, and our next guest doesn't let pressure get him down. He's been in the industry for more than 10 years. Well, I just found out now it's actually 17 years with the same brand, and he's got a few awards under his belt. His main focus is good customer service, ensuring that every person leaves his dealership with a smile. And again, I just found out that this is the flagship dealership for Hyundai. So without further ado, let's welcome the marvelous Siya Qamba. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he's the dealer principal at Hyundai Bedfordview. And as always, this interview is proudly brought to you by 𝐬𝐸 Solutions, MFC, and Avo by Nedbank. Hello, Siya.
Hi, Desh. How are you?
It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you for the invite. I really appreciate it.
And thank you for welcoming us to your dealership. I mean, the more we have great, powerful, and woman empowerment champions that are male, our male counterparts that vouches for us and that promotes us, the better it is for us. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, okay, before we even start, let's tell our viewers more about your journey in the motoring trade.
Okay, my journey in the motoring trade started in 2006 on the 1st of May. So in a few days' time, I'm finishing 17 years. I'm starting my 18th.
Wow.
I started as a sales executive at Hyundai East Rand, which is in Boxback, and I was there for 4 years. So in 2010, I got promoted to be a dealer principal at Hyundai Broma, and I ran Hyundai Broma for 2 years, from 2010 to 2012. And then in 2012, I got a promotion to go and run a Hyundai dealership in Heidelberg.
Wow.
Which was a two dealership. It was Hyundai and Kia, and I was there for 4.5 years. So at the beginning of 2017, I got another promotion to come and run Hyundai Bedfordview, which is the flagship branch for Hyundai South Africa. And I've been there now for 6 years, running Hyundai Bedfordview. So that's my journey for the motor trade. As simple as it is, but very exciting.
So you have Hyundai in your blood?
I would say so.
Okay.
My blood is blue.
Your blood is blue. Well, there's a lot of brands that have blue in it, okay? So, yes. What do you love most about representing the Hyundai brand?
Well, the company itself, it gives opportunities. And I think I'm testament to that, coming from as a sales executive all the way to a dealer principal. And in a matter of 4 years, so opportunities are always there.
Yep.
And it's a challenging brand, so it's always out there to challenge status quo. It's always out there to make sure that it does new things and be the first in the market. On the product itself, we've got a 7-year warranty.
I was about to say that, a challenging brand with one of the best warranty offers.
7 years, up to 200,000 kilometers. So that basically means if you come in today to come and buy a Hyundai, we say to you, for the next 7 years, whatever challenges you have, we are with you. So we stand by our product, we stand by our brand, which is one of the most things that you can do in the industry. Because people would always come back to know, at least I've got a peace of mind. And you don't have to worry about most of the things. So
I just test drove the Hyundai Tucson. Oh my word.
It's a lovely car.
Absolutely. I think Hyundai has something for everyone, and that's a great thing. So how do you encourage your female staff within your dealership, to climb the ranks, to prosper, and to, just develop them?
I think we need to be representative of the entire community. And as an industry, we can do better to make sure at least female employees are coming into the ranks. In my management team, I've got 6 people, and I'm proud to say 3 of them are female.
Nice. So you balance the scales.
So you have to balance the scales. I've got my second in charge, 𝐬𝐨𝐬𝐿. She's our accountant. Without her, would be lost. And my workshop manager is female. Her name is Suzanne. She's been running the workshop for the last 10 years now. And in the same dealership as well. She knows the engines and the cars inside out better than I do. Which goes to show that any woman can do the job like any man, or sometimes even better.
Oh, I love it. You must be the first man that ever said this out of more than 800 interviews that I've done, okay? I think maybe just a quarter of them were men, but you're the first to have said that. Thank you for validating that.
I appreciate that. And then on the finance side, she liaises between the banks and the dealership, will be Bronwyn. Does a marvelous job as well. And I think we need to encourage and motivate as many as possible to join the motor trade, because without them, most of the customers are female.
There we go.
So we can't have a scenario where in the dealership is only male. We need to encourage as much as possible.
Oh, thank you. And what's your opinion about our platforms? It's the first of its type in South Africa, I think in the world. Just a platform where we invite women to share their experiences, encourage them, and we have the awards as well where we recognize women moving up the ranks. How do you feel about that?
I think awareness goes a long way. So when other women would see what actually happens in the motor trade, that old perception that it's a male-dominated industry needs to change. So the most thing that can happen is for us to make everybody aware that we invite everyone. We've got opportunities, and it's a good place to work at.
Absolutely.
So without the awareness, it's going to be a very difficult job. So I think you're doing the most by making people aware.
Thank you.
And recognizing those who are in the industry, and making sure at least everybody knows what their contribution is.
Oh, thank you very much. I think not just awareness, but the narrative itself, talking about it and, keeping the conversation going, because yes, it still is a very male-dominated trade. I think there's just over 300,000 men, there's 82,000 women. In leadership, we're only 4%, not even. So it's so important for us to...
Those stats are alarming, and as a father of two daughters, I would always appreciate if they get afforded the same opportunity as my son would.
Yes.
So I think the only thing that they need as women would be an opportunity.
Yes.
Yes. And then the support, they don't need anything special.
Yes.
They can do the job.
Definitely.
We need to do more to make sure.
Now I get why you're saying all the right things. You are a father of daughters. How can men become more prominent though, and more active in advocating for gender equality in our trade?
First of all, the stats that you just mentioned are alarming. So we need to be aware of those stats, and we need to be deliberate in terms of employing more women into the industry. And we've got like the YES program, where we take people who just finished schools, and then we give them opportunities to be in the dealership for a year, give them exposure, and make sure at least they come into the industry. So if we start from there, make sure there's many young women as possible.
Yes.
That's a great place to start.
I think so far in the thousands of dealerships that I've visited, or more than, I would say 150 of the Motus dealerships, most of the YES candidates were females.
Most of the YES candidates are females, and we're actually deliberately trying to rectify the status quo, because it needs to start in the new generation coming out into the industry. The more come in, the better it will be in about 4 years' time.
Absolutely. And like I said, Motus is such an amazing champion for doing this for the brands across the group. I think it's amazing, and across the spectrum as well. It's not just women in the FNI or admin positions. I'm seeing women in service and at the workshop, and in fact there's some brands that actually have engineers, female engineers at the OEM or at the plant, and it's so refreshing. So
it goes a long way, because traditionally you would have found them in the F&I offices alone.
That's it.
So the fact that you now find them in the workshop, and they do a very, very good job, it means that we need to do more.
And see, the thing is, we, predominantly, or in the past, women were not able to physically carry those engines, but technology has now evolved and it's allowing women to fill the gaps, because when you talk about numbers and balancing the scales, a lot of, I think, bulk of the jobs are in after sales. So there's no excuse anymore.
No, there's no excuse anymore because technology you never lift an engine out of a car anymore. Because there's lifts now, so technology does all the hard work.
Absolutely.
And all the hard labor.
Yes.
You just have to apply your mind and make sure you get the job done. You would find that in other industries who are, like in the mining industry, you still find ladies who are actually miners. So there's no reason why in the motor trade we shouldn't be having as plenty as possible.
Absolutely. In fact, there is a platform like mine. Mine is Women in Motoring South Africa. There's a platform called Women in Mining South Africa. So it's actually phenomenal what women are capable of doing. Thank you, Siya. Thank you so much for being here, for contributing to our platform, for becoming a part of us. It is absolutely phenomenal and very refreshing that we have men that are ready to champion for us. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Viewers, we would like to thank you for your continued support and encourage you to like and share our content. Our non-profit companies, the Motoring Woman of the Year Awards, powered by MFC and 𝐬𝐻 by Nedbank, and the Talk Studios, sponsored by Seriti Solutions and 𝐬𝐻 by Nedbank, are platforms aimed at empowering, uplifting, and celebrating the women of motoring South Africa. We are not just telling stories, we are changing lives. If you are searching for a new or pre-owned vehicle, please visit www.auto.avo.africa. We have a wide range of vehicles on sale for you to choose from. And we only advertise on behalf of reliable and trustworthy MFC accredited dealerships. This car listing portal is user-friendly, and you can also find vehicle reviews, car maintenance tips, and automotive advice, all courtesy of Talk Studios. So ladies, there you have it. We have plenty of gentlemen in our industry that are ready to champion for us and to see us move up the ranks. And ladies, I just want to talk about emotions. When we hold back our emotions, we limit ourselves and miss out on opportunities to connect with others, experience new things, and grow as individuals. However, when we share our love and share our joy and exuberance, we inspire and uplift those around us, and also we create a positive impact on the world. So don't hold back. Share freely and generously with those around you. You never know how much of a positive impact you may have on someone's life and ultimately on the world as a whole. Don't hold back your love, your joy, and your exuberance. Only what you give becomes your quality, not what you hold back. So, with that, I would like to remind you that the question should never be who's going to let me. It should always be who's going to stop me.